get that. Let's get that. Let's get that symmetry as best we can. What's up? Although now I'm not in the middle. How do I do that? This way? Welcome to All Good Things and All Good Time. My name is Craig. Craig Hamilton Bradley. In case I run for president, or governor, or mayor, or senator, or if I am a comedian visiting your town someday. Lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about the Lahaina fire stuff, everything I can tell you that I know about pertaining to that, which pertains to me and everybody I know. And then I'm going to talk about a lot of other stuff too, my personal stuff, as I am coming back around from the fire, finding my marbles. So, and in general, talk about disaster relief, because there's a lot of weird misinformation, people refusing help from FEMA and stuff in the eastern states because of lies being told to them by politicians and stuff. So, let me break it down for you. So, locally, the ATF and everybody else in the state and the county, everybody realized that what was already known by the people who are involved in the lawsuit, how the fire started, where it started, and where responsibility lands, if responsibility lands anywhere. And I'm going to do a video soon going to the location where it started, explaining all that, and the related parties and how they were negligent. So that's that part of it. That's all been acknowledged. The stuff that, you know, for the most part has been known, but has now been accepted as fact. So that's that part of the fire, right? How it started and who's to blame and stuff like that. Then what else? What else? Then there's the lawsuit, which was settled, but then the insurance companies that have paid out, I guess, some fair amount of money to homeowners to rebuild. They are suing to get their money back for half of the money, right? So that's interesting, and that's what's going on. I think that's the stage, and when that gets cleared up, then people will know what's going to happen with the settlement. And I wonder how that'll be distributed, you know, how much equality or lack thereof will be to different people for different reasons, and so on. How values would be assessed in that situation. I'm very curious. So, and then what else? FEMA. Okay, so FEMA's been thank you, Joe Biden. Appreciate you, brother. Joe Biden signed off on another year for us to have a roof over our head, which is wonderful. There are probably 5 or 10 homes being rebuilt. So I look forward to driving you around Lahaina, and I'll show you those homes that are being rebuilt. That's another video I'm going to do soon. I am in the process of becoming a monetized YouTube channel, which is really exciting. That changes everything. And if you happen to be able to, I don't even know if you can, but if you become one of those paid subscribers, if it lists special things that are coming with it, you know, I'm just gonna keep making videos. I'm making a lot of videos, but that's the only special thing I'm gonna be doing. It's just making videos. So just so you know, a disclaimer, it's all structured, and it had all this list of things that for this price you get these extra things, like private live streams, whatever. I'll get around to that, but man, I'm pretty slow to figure out one thing at a time, and just getting monetized or in that process is exciting. So I appreciate you watching. especially now. And it'll be interesting to see. I have to earn at least $100 or something to earn anything, in a given month or something like that. I don't know. It's a learning process. As soon as I get it all figured out, I'm gonna break it down and explain it to everyone else in like 1 minute. It'll be the most useful 1 minute instructional video on YouTube ever. Anyway, so yeah, and then I've got I'm in school, and that is incredibly informative and helpful. And my photography class is helpful. I had to get Lightroom, which is this Adobe product. I didn't know you could buy it by itself. So I got it in a bundle with all the other things, but now, which means I have Premiere Pro, which is the ultimate video editing software. And I just uploaded that for the first time ever, and I'm looking at it. It's really exciting, because if I can master this shit, I can master film editing, and because that's what this is, and that would be so amazing for me. I produced 904, six videos. Never edited one video before. That's why I love live, because you just do it and post it, and there's no chance you don't have to edit, and it's you don't need memory, and it's automatically uploaded. So anyway, so that's exciting in my personal. Then there's I'm trying to book a show, and that show's gonna be called Finding My Marbles, a comedy show. Life after losing everything, or maybe there is a life after losing everything, or there can be, right? Which is what I'm trying to forge here. I'm trying to forge a life, out of losing everything, which myself and thousands of others are trying to do the same thing. Not trying, we are doing the same thing, all in our own way, in our own pace. Hopefully we haven't fallen prey to too much alcohol. So let's talk about the people who've lost everything on the East Coast. Number one, for those of you who are about to lose everything, if you're a renter and you're not doing it, you need to change your address slightly to say that you're in Unit A or Unit B. If you're just having your mail come to a unified address at a house somewhere. A lot of people don't do that, and there's no big deal until you go through a disaster. That's going to be the differentiating thing. If you've got your address like that, you won't have to prove that you live there. Oh my God, it's so stupid. As if the rigmarole you got to go through to get your driver's license ain't enough to prove that that's where you live. And FEMA needs to lower its bar to, do you have an ID, a driver's license, which you've had to prove a lot of shit for, it says that address. If that is, then just treat them equally and fairly. Don't pretend otherwise, right? But that's what FEMA does. Then all these people complain if FEMA's not going to do anything for them. I've been hearing they pay up to $42,000. That's news to me. That's cool. In my case, and in several people's cases that I witnessed, I was one of the last ones to get it, but a lot of people were given $3,000 for rent help, and then $6,000 to help buy some things back, and it was like $9,000 plus the $750, so it's about $10,000. So that's the kind of thing I think you might be willing, or you might anticipate or expect from FEMA, but who knows, maybe more. They talked about having more help, of course, for people who own homes to try to help them, recover their loss, rebuild. But I just don't like to see people treated differently. If you are a renter or a homeowner, I feel like, I believe you should be treated the same. Locally, the local Hawaiians got money, that $9,000 went to homeowners and $4,000 with our renters. Oh, we should have been like $7,000 for either, you know what I mean? Just because I just hate, I'm a renter. I see renters discriminated against, Anyway, we're not bad people. Maybe we were homeowners, we went through a divorce. Anyway, so it's interesting though, because I've been both a homeowner and not a homeowner, and it's just funny how in some situations, in this case, you're just treated like a different person, which is interesting. So And then the people who are like, why isn't FEMA here to help us? Okay, let me explain FEMA. They're just a bunch of nerds with laptops. They're not the emergencies. They're not the firemen and the rescue people and the Coast Guard and the National Guard and the people with boats and helicopters and 4x. FEMA are nerds with laptops that want your information so they can try to help you. That's it. And then that number helps you, right? You get a FEMA number. It basically verifies that you're one of that group in case there is some sort of class action lawsuit or that you can be part of because somebody was liable or something or whatever. Anyway, I heard that there was a lot of in the news that there were a lot of people who'd given up their flood insurance because they were told they no longer needed it, and of course that saved them money, so they got rid of it. And so there might have been more than usual number of people without insurance. In Florida, it's hard to get insurance in general, so you gotta hope that when these people's homes get torn down that they're not just left with nothing. But I suspect it's happening a lot more than it used to now. So, and then of course insurance companies love to not pay also. So that's that part of it, right? All the and then Red Cross is going to come to town, right? If you go through a disaster, Red Cross is going to go through town, and they're going to get a huge amount of money from the government to help you. So they're the ones that are going to try to put you up in a hotel right away, right? And you're going to want to accept that help too. So you're going to go get your FEMA number, give them your information. You're going to want to talk to Red Cross, give them your information. Red Cross is going to put you up, like in coordination with FEMA, but also with the state, which will give them the money to just make all this shit happen because they got all the people, all these volunteers come to help, and they've got the infrastructure and the know-how, and they deal with this all the time. It's what they do. So that's how, as far as I can glean it from my experience watching a town burn down and then emergency services come to town and the things that they've done for me, which is how I kind of relate everything through. Anyway, by the way, on the subject of advertisement, I don't have any advertisers, paid advertisers, but there is this one. I was watching a fancy podcast, and the guy was advertising for Maui Nui venison. Check it out. Maui Nui venison. See that? Oh, bah. Check it. So, these guys are so wonderful. They donate this to the community college. For the community college has like a store for students who went through the fire. And so I went there. I've now been there twice. And the one thing that they have a fair amount of for us is this venison, which is freaking luxurious food to me. It's great. It's super lean. When do I ever eat venison? Never. Anyway, it's exciting because all I got to do is go to school. Once a month they're giving this stuff away. And so thank you, Maui Nui venison. Not a paid advertisement, but I can't say enough good about you. You basically are supporting, you are supporting me, you know? So thank you so much. That's the coolest thing. Other than that, I don't really know where there's any help for anybody. And so that's the thing about this help, right? You might get some right away after the fire, but then all these organizations and all these benefits and churches are going to absorb all this help for you. They're going to get between all the people wanting to donate to you, and you're not going to see any of it. Maybe you'll see a glimmer once in a while. So that's what's so great about that. I'm so excited to find some sort of help, you know. I believe the smartest thing we could do would be to make losing everything your ticket to a free education, right? Immediately. You lose everything you own. The one thing you should be able to look forward to, if you're willing to do the work, get in school, get the grades, move forward, is a full ride, baby, right? The ticket to a full ride in school is to lose everything, right? So, and then what? You'll just rebuild communities with an educated populace, you know? And you'll celebrate anybody willing to do the work, because it's like school's like blue collar work. It ain't easy going to class, learning new shit, being tested on it. There's no shortcuts to any of that shit. It'll never be easy, and it's the smartest thing we could do. What a great investment, you know. And then get these destitute people, get their minds focused on school and trying to, because that really heals your mind when you get the structure from school and the goals and then the accomplishments, right? It's all so great. And while it may be difficult to like function in some ways, putting you on track in school is the smartest thing we could do, right? So if you elect me president someday, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give a free education to anybody that loses everything in a hurricane, tornado, fire, whatever, flood, hurricane, God, so many ways to lose everything these days. But you know, and then we'll just rebuild smarter and smarter and smarter everywhere, because everyone will be so damn educated. Anyway, that's my crazy idea. What else about this fire? So they figured out, you know, like objectively, that they know how it started, you know, all that stuff. And then FEMA's been extended again. Thank you, Joe Biden. We love you, Joe Biden. And Kamala Harris. Yes, appreciate you. Boy, it's been crazy. I haven't been making any videos. I've been kind of sucked into this this election, just thinking, oh, I need to get my voice out there, but you know, frightened nonetheless. And I haven't been. I've been failing at this, but I've been succeeding at other things. Well, I've been, you know, I've been doing that productive procrastination thing. Someday I'll write a book about it. If you're not achieving some stuff, you could possibly be achieving other things. That, you know, avoid procrastinate by accomplishing things that you know, also need to do that you've been procrastinating. So, like, I'm now trying to monetize my YouTube channel, and I went to a store. I'm gonna start making merchandise, because there's a whole thing in there where it's like, you know, this is where you put the link to your store, and I don't have one, so I gotta make a store and merchandise for it. So that's fun. And I gotta learn this Premiere Pro. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put on this comedy show called Finding My Marbles. I was thinking that'd be my first joke. I just pick up a marble off the ground. Oh, I found another one. But and then I'm gonna get hopefully a couple guys that never did comedy before to go up before me, and then I'm gonna get hopefully a friend or two who are local musicians to go after me. So different energy right after me. I'm gonna try to film it. I have a friend in one of my classes who has a super high level camera, and we agreed $100. He's gonna put himself in the best place he can find, and for just one camera stationary, he's gonna work it. He's gonna get the footage and give it to me, right? And then I'm gonna work on others and more, but at least I'll have that for certain. And for $100, which is cool. His name's Cassius. His dad named him after Cassius Clay, the original Muhammad Ali's birth name. Anyway, good kid. So that's cool. He has this camera called the R6, which is a pretty good camera. So, and then, yeah, I got to book it. I found the insurance for $1 million. It's $223 for the evening. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to do that in the next 24 hours. Pay for the insurance, and then pay for the venue. And then I'm going to do something you've never heard of before, you've never seen before. I'm going to do reverse pricing. I'm going to make the best seats in the house the most affordable seats, because I want to fill the front for sure right away, and thank all the people that want to get whatchamacallit, that want to get tickets. The first people, the first fans, the first friends that are nice enough, eager enough to, and then it'll be a selling point. Hey, hurry up, get tickets, because the best seats in the house are going to be the cheapest. And then the very back row I might make like expensive, or last couple rows, you know, for a lot of reasons. But, you know, in case someone wants to support the show and not show up, that'd be a great place to buy a seat. and not show up. Um, and then of course, if the rest of it's sold out and the last seats are expensive seats, people will be like, oh, it must be worth it because everything else is sold out, and they're $50 seats or $75 seats. So that'll be interesting, wouldn't it? They have the most expensive seats in the house in the back row. So that's what I'm gonna do with this comedy show. I'm gonna do, and that's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna film it well, and then I'm gonna make 2 films. One of the show. Well, maybe 2 from the show, one of just me, and then one of, or just the comedy, just me, and then one of the whole thing, and maybe one of just the music, and so that's what'll be possible, right, from the footage. And then I'm gonna take the footage I filmed during the fire and craft that into a movie with some extra narration, some extra content, and then blend that right into the show and make a movie called Finding My Marbles, from Life After Losing Everything, or There Is a Life After Losing Everything, is what you gotta believe. You gotta stay away from the alcohol. That'll kill you. It'll kill some of the people you know in your town if you get a disaster. So, what else is there? There's so much been going on in the news. It's been crazy. All the racist shit from the Republicans is amazing. Oh my God, all the Nazi shit is amazing. Who the hell? They're so messed up. It's just like so sad. But yeah, what the hell you gonna do? I'm gonna hang on. I mailed in my ballot. I voted. Aloha. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your support. You've all got me to this point. I'm gonna try, now that I'm getting my channel in the process, I think, of becoming monetized. Maybe I'll earn a little income from that. I'm gonna go do the paperwork, hopefully today, for my car to get it Uber ready so I can drive Uber, make a little bit of money doing that. But your support on GoFundMe and Venmo has totally changed my life and enabled me to get to this point without starving, and enabled me to, you paid my tuition. There's been, yeah, I got to figure out how to ask for help, I guess, on tuition, but nobody's helped me with anything but you guys have, except, FEMA did. Like I said, FEMA helped with about 10 grand in the first couple of months. Pain in the ass for me. I had to get a letter from my landlord because I didn't have the distinction of Unit A or Unit B or Apartment 1. So, and that took a while. And even further, they're telling my son he needs a notarized letter from somebody far away. So it's just, we'll see if they ask me for that to try to get long-term housing, which would just be another big hassle, which, God. So that's, that's that. So what else? Shit, I'm trying to think about the fire. But yeah, I wish, there's so much money that's been raised and spent for the people of this fire, and so little of it has trickled down to them. It's amazing. Those of you who donated to different people's Venmos and GoFundMes, you're the only people that actually supported people, for the most part. And God bless you people. And in all future disasters, if you want to help somebody from a disaster, go find somebody on GoFundMe and donate money to them, because they'll put the money right down onto the ground. They'll spend it on their basic needs. They'll buy their friend a meal. They'll do the things. They'll do the God's work on the ground you want with your money. So, and what if we taxed it 90%? All the donations on behalf of a disaster that are made to a nonprofit or a church, what if we forced them to have just one bank account where 90% of all that money was sloughed off? And then all that money was just put into a big funnel that spread it out to all the FEMA recipients and Red Cross people who've been signed up because they're known to have lost their things because they lived in an address that doesn't exist anymore, right? A real simple coordination between all the people who are in the FEMA world and the money that supposedly should be going to them, right? Just tax, same with political contributions. Let's just force all the politicians to have one account, take 90%. Let those politicians raise all the money in the world. Let's tax it 90%. So they got to raise $1 billion to raise $100 million, right? Wouldn't that be great? Level playing field. All other things the same. That's how political contributions ought to work. And then take that money and put it to good use. Maybe put that towards all the disaster relief participants that are in the FEMA umbrella nationwide from all the different disasters. You know, and give them a free ride in school and get them going. So that, oh, and extend, here's what's gonna suck, here's what's gonna suck, and here's what did suck, all right? 6 months after all this rhetoric, you're gonna hear it everywhere, every time there's this, oh, we gotta stay with these people for a long time, we gotta help them for, you know, more than a few months, more than 6 months, it's gonna take more than a year, 18, it's gonna take years to get this place back on its feet. Okay, so why would you stop unemployment after 6 months, right? And that's what they're gonna do. You know, the people who were working, they lost everything, they lost their job, and then the one thing that's just keeping just money trickling in to help them just barely survive just vanishes after 6 months. That was painful, all right? And it hurt my feelings. I didn't think we'd be stupid enough to do that. But yeah, nobody even mentioned it. Anyway, and then at the same time, the post office collecting all your mail, right? After 6 months, same time as your unemployment, they just start sending all your mail back to sender. No, we're not going to collect it for you anymore. That sucked too, okay? Next time, and every time, post office keep people's mail for up to 18 months for them, for Christ's fucking sake. And, God, yeah. And keep unemployment going for 18 months, right? Just like the pandemic. And help these people get back on their feet. You know what I mean? That was incredibly therapeutic to know I was getting a little bit of money every week. You know, I would think about that, and it would just like make things a little bit better. And then when it stopped, I was like, oh shit, my life's fucked. I've had no income other than you, basically, predominantly one woman. First one woman, and then she stopped, a Brazilian woman. And then another woman, this great lady who was just here, she visited me. I cooked for her. I said, thanks. She has given me thousands of dollars, like $1,000 a month or more for 6 months. It's just mind-boggling, a stranger. So what do? You know, you give back whatever you can. You say thank you. One random act of kindness needs to be deserves to be followed by another. So I have a little space here. I took her in and cooked for her every meal for her. No more than the amount of time I'm allowed to have someone here, which is 5 or 6 days. 6 days is the max. So, that was rewarding for me, and I hope it was fun for her. She didn't expect it. She didn't, and all that. But boy, did I have fun doing it. And I'm about to do a whole bunch of cooking for you guys. I'll be cooking some venison, thanks to Maui Nui Venison. Thank you, Maui Nui Venison, for donating to UH Maui Community College. It's the coolest thing ever. We need more of these in the country. There is nothing like a school that's a community college and also a 4-year school. So anyone can get in. Don't need a high school diploma. Don't need a GED. Don't need an 8th grade education. You can be English as a second language. You can sign up at any community college if you didn't know it. There's no barrier to entry at a community college. It's the beauty of a community college, right? So, and usually though you leave one to go to another, to 4-year school, but this school has turned itself into a 4-year school, so it's just a dream come true. You immediately you don't do anything. You just start going to community college. Next thing you know, you're going to a 4-year school. So it's seamless. And I already had an AA, and I was trying to become a school teacher a while back when I still had a family, and I thought it would be a great plan. And I was one class shy, and then the divorce happened. So I have these 18 units with that 3.8 grade point average, which is what shows up on the screen, which makes me feel real good, because I never really had great grades in life, and seeing a 3.8 grade point average makes me very happy. So now I came back, and I thought they were offering like 2-year degrees in like creative media arts, but no, it's a 4-year degree. So now I'm back in school working on a creative media arts degree. I'm in my first 2 classes, which is this intro to photography, which is hella cool, informing me on photography techniques, the functions of a DSLR camera, the triangle of light sensitivity, the ISO, the shutter size, aperture, and the shutter speed. Do you keep the shutter open for a second, or is it 1/2000th of a second? You know, all those variables. Learn about that and all the different techniques. So that's going to inform my ability to make a video, but also in the future I'll be able to take video courses in this class, video editing courses, Photoshop. But right now I'm learning Lightroom, which is my first Adobe product, right? Which is exciting and fun, and it's amazing. I'm not an artist. I can't paint to save my life. But, I mean, I can make a schoolhouse and some stick figures and a tree, like a 2nd grader. But that's about it. So, but in Lightroom, I can take a picture that sucks, right? That's underexposed, it's like dark, and then turn it into this beautiful picture because I can raise the exposure, add all kinds of light, do masks. I mean, there's just crazy shit you can do to a photograph, right? So you can take a beautiful picture and then just make it super beautiful in like 45 seconds. So suddenly I'm like an artist, even though I have no artistic skill. That's the thing, which is pretty cool and exciting, and why you might enjoy Lightroom. If you're just a photographer person or you like making pictures, I think it's $10 a month or something. I think you can get it like by itself, Lightroom. Anyway, killer. I mean, shit, you could become an artist like immediately with Lightroom. So that's my first impression of my first Adobe product, which is freaking amazing. And so that's what I'm studying there. And then my other class is this class called storytelling, right? And my teacher is this fucking kick-ass motherfucker. Holy shit, the coolest dude ever. He's 5 years older than me. But he is in charge of the Maui Film Festival and Maui Film Institute. And he's also in charge of the whole creative media arts department. And he sees himself as a comedian. He's made a few movies. One of them features Willie K, which is cool because Willie K passed away, and it's like this cool homage now to Willie K. Really shows more of Willie K than any other thing ever done, probably. And it's cool. If you knew Willie K or of him, or if you enjoyed his music like I did, I would see him every Thursday night. He played at this place I went to, Maui Brews, when I was still single before I got married, and then ultimately single again. Anyway, so what was that? And then he made another movie. Kuleana is one of them, and then Get a Job is the other movie. Kuleana is a Hawaiian movie, pretty serious, and then local Maui movie, and then which is really intense because it depicts the bombs going off on Kakaloa, and so that's intense. And then also this Get a Job is all filmed on Maui, and it's a comedy, and it's got Amy Gilliam's brother. I can't think of his first name. Eric Gilliam, who's just an accomplished actor, artist, comedian, done a lot of work in his life, continues to do it. So that's interesting, right? I got this guy in my life, basically, who's my teacher, who's inspiring me and inspiring the whole class. Of course, I'm double the age of everyone in my class, There's only one person in my class, a woman who's like maybe 7 years younger. But everyone else, including the 40-year-old woman, I mean, I could be everyone's father in there, except for the teacher and one of the students. And I'm definitely the oldest student in both my classes, so that's kind of funny. Um, but it's bad. Like I occasionally call them kids, and that's really probably sounds demeaning to them. But they're the same age as my kids. They're 21, 23, and it's all good though. But it means like I have all these people around me, these nice people who want to become filmmakers and storytellers and writers and graphic artists and cartoonists and other things too. And they're all, potential volunteers to help film stuff for projects of that nature, maybe comedy shows, whatever, get extra hands on extra cameras. So that's just really cool. Anyway, there's a lot of, maybe all these things are happening at the right time, right? Like, there's this expression in Hawaii. I'm gonna teach you a word, perhaps one of the best words in the whole language, is kina ole. Kina ole is the right thing at the right time for the right reasons, with the right heartfelt intent, for the right purpose, by the right people. All things coming together, all good things coming together, just like all good things in all good time. And maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe the fact that it took me a while to get this show together, and that it's going to happen. I think I'm going to be able to, if I do a comedy show, that's going to be able to be my project probably for my homework. So that's cool. I'll be getting hopefully an A in a class because I'm going to do my whole comedy special in the form of storytelling, right? And that's what's great about this class. It just influenced me into this whole storytelling concept and idea and narrative. And of course it applies to this situation, but I think I'll try to craft future, as much as I can, I guess, future comedy bits in the form of a story, maybe, more so. Because they all come from true stories anyway. Or make them more, tell more of the story of the origin of every joke, because they all come from a story. Anyway, so I have about 120 different things I'm arranging that I'm going to choose from. Probably going to choose 30 or 40 or 50 of them to make the show. Of course, it's going to include any fire joke and all of my local jokes. So that'll be fun, because I can't tell my local jokes on the mainland because y'all don't get them. And so that'll just be fun. And yeah, it's going to be great. I might even, yeah. So, and I'm going to do a live broadcast on YouTube, right, for my comedy show, which would be cool. I'll be trying to make a movie for like a film festival. I'll be trying to make a comedy movie of just the stage act, and I'll make a little home version for YouTube that I'll post. But also during the show, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna hold the camera in my hand or put it right next to me, and either put it on me or the crowd, and then it'll be a live broadcast on YouTube. For all you people who can't make it all the way from wherever you are to see the show, it's all good. And if you can afford it, there'll be expensive seats in the back row. You're welcome to buy seats and not show up. But I'll be giving it away. So I've never seen anybody reverse price a theater. Never heard of that. Never seen anybody live broadcast their stand-up acts. So I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna get a grade for it, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to get stuff out of it that is good enough to submit to a film festival. And all of a sudden, I'm a filmmaker out of nothing, and a comedian out of nothing, all in one show. Comedian, filmmaker. What if I could do that, and then end up forging a path and career based on this one show. Anyway, profound, exciting, potentially. So, whoo! I tell you what. By the way, see this shirt here. If you don't know it, vote Kamala Harris. Republicans hate dogs. Yeah, vote for dogs. Kamala is for dogs. She's pro-dog. Okay? Kamala Timwell's a pro-dog. Trump is anti-dog. Okay? Vote pro-dog. Vote Kamala Harris. Okay. Thank you very much. And, yeah, and pro-democracy while you're at it. It's not funny. But here's what's going to happen, because I'm going to tell you, I told you so, okay? Because I get right a lot. I get it right a lot. I get lucky. I get lucky a lot. And when I make predictions, I am often correct. So women are going to take America back from these psycho, mentally deranged, religiously mentally ill. The religiously mentally ill who think that we need to infect politics like herpes with religious bullshit. Look, have freedom of religion, enjoy the hell out of it, but don't think that your irrational freaking spiritual thoughts have anything to do with science, rational discourse, critical thinking, doing the right thing, right? Doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do is what normal people do. They don't need some religion to tell them to do that. So anyway, shoots. So yeah, I'm gonna start making a bunch of videos because I've been taking a break. It's like I've had a mental block on making videos. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm trying to get back to it. And I got some stuff I want to cook up in the kitchen. Again, I'm gonna be cooking up some of this venison donated to the survivors of the Maui fire, Maui Nui. Thank you, Maui Nui. And what else is there? Oh, if you're worried about your house burning down, have a hole dug if you can. Have a hole dug with a pile of dirt so that after you fill up your car or whatever, or if you want to save some shit in a hurry, you can just put it in a plastic bag, throw it in a hole, put some dirt over it. That's the only thing that's going to survive some fires. It's shit that's underground. So that's just a great idea. I wish I'd had a hole in the ground. And keep your things in smart places. Get your valuables together, you know, so that you can grab them quickly in an emergency. That is very helpful. Have renter's insurance. I didn't have renter's insurance. Don't be stupid like me. That was a mistake. Wish I had. And take pictures of all your shit so you can show them. It's funny, you know, I used to joke around about having bad credit is a great way to protect, and it is a joke of mine. I might do it on stage. I protect my identity by having bad credit, right? How do you protect your identity? Be somebody nobody wants to be. And that was funny for a while I was paying low rent at a friend's garage until it burned down, and now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get in the rental market with bad credit, and I don't think that's a good thing. So there's that. You know, that's one reason to have good credit. Although it makes you vulnerable, you know, people can want to steal your identity. Use your good credit to get more credit and spend it in your name. Anyway, yeah, vote blue, no matter who. Let's protect democracy. Let's protect women. Let's protect children. Let's protect the environment. Let's do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Go Kamala, that beautiful lady, smart lady. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this pretty soon, and then I'm gonna make maybe I'll make another live video outside. Maybe I'll make a video every day of this kind of stuff until the election, or maybe continue on after that. The Daily Show here. That might be interesting. I don't know. But yeah, the future is bright. Remember, have a good attitude, right? So one thing you can control is yourself, is your attitude. You can have a good attitude. If you have a good attitude, you just might be able to say, hey, it's a good day to be alive. If you're like, hey, it's a good day to be alive, you found the meaning of life. That's what that is right there. If you want to find the meaning of life, just get to a place where it's a good day to be alive. Right? And remember, true happiness is a clean conscience and a good night's rest. So do no harm and do no crime, right? And avoid gambling and violent people and the wrong relationships and putting anything up your nose and taking any pills and getting drunk or drunk driving especially. That can just ruin your life, other lives, right? If you can avoid doing the things that'll ruin your life, you can have a great life. So, but simply put, do no harm, do no crime. Thanks for watching All Good Things and All Good Time. So let's see. I guess that's the long and short of it. I need to start exercising more. So do you. Don't forget to exercise today. Eat right, right? Make sure you're getting your medium chain triglycerides, your omega-3s, and your sulforaphane, right? Sulforaphane. Look up sulforaphane. Learn all about it. Eat cruciferous vegetables and broccoli sprouts, and things with omega-3, which are typically seafood products. What else? Yeah. And try to learn how to make better content for you here. I'm working on it. Finally working on it. Trying to get my head together. Trying to get an attention span. And school is really helpful with that. The structure I've gotten from school has been very therapeutic. But also what was therapeutic was all your financial support on my GoFundMe and my Venmo. That changed my life. It got me to here. And while I'm on the cliff financially, it's all good because currently I'm paying no rent thanks to FEMA. And there's hope for income in several categories. The channel. I'm going to get my car going with Uber and try to get my eBay account going again, and then get a merchandise store going and link that to my channel, and figure out what's going on in YouTube anyway, and how to monetize my channel in all their systems. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just waged through the process of a couple of their things, and one of them's interesting. If I can sell advertising now, apparently, and I get to just name any arbitrary retail price. And so, you don't want to charge too little, sell yourself short. You don't want to charge too much and put people off. Anyway, so I was like, I have no idea what numbers to pick from, right? I have no idea. But I thought it would be pretty amazing if I was simply paid $300 to make a video, right? So I said $300 for long videos and then $150 for shorts. Don't know where those numbers are in relationship to the market clearing price. If you've taken an economics course, you know what I'm talking about. But that balance, am I way above it? Am I below it? Am I right on it? We'll see. Will my channel get more width, breadth, get more views, get more chances at being seen now that it's being monetized or becoming monetized? Good question. I hope so. That would be cool. I certainly suddenly have an incentive that I never had before to really focus on getting my life together and making more cool videos. Yeah, there's so much potential content to do out there. But I'm gonna start. I got a new idea. I'm gonna just start doing every place where there's free parking in the world, but also here. And then yeah, I've considered maybe doing a news show so I could just get all that out of the way. Doing a comedy monologue news / thing. That'd be an interesting attempt, but I don't know. Anyway, at this point, it's time to let you go. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you, and keep watching. I think I'll put it on the. I'm gonna make a new video after this of the ocean with none of my voice, just the ocean. And a view of Molokai from my lanai here. Um, and I hope you enjoy that and find it soothing and enjoyable and relaxing. It's funny because I watch these videos later myself. I watch several hours of the ocean right outside, like at night, while I'm doing something else. I might be studying or playing a video game or cooking, but I'll put on the ocean, which is my own video from which is just funny because I find them very soothing. And what else? Yeah, all the different kinds of content. I'm gonna be pushing pushing the pedal to the metal. Also, I'm gonna do a shit ton of my grandpa's home movies because I want to have them lined up for a class, my photography class. I'm gonna feature my grandfather as the photographer, who was never discovered. He left behind thousands of photos and hundreds of videos and lots of cartoons, and I want to bring his art to the world, amongst other things in life. So that is a goal of mine, and so yeah, my teacher's gonna let me do a thing about Kodachrome. The film that was colorized was invented in 1935, and my grandpa, because he had there was no financial limitations in his life at all, and so he was able to always have the most advanced photographic equipment, you know, for taking stills and making home movies. And so his home movies start in 1932, and they go until he died in 1955. And so I'm gonna post some of the beginning, some from black and white into color, and then and then I'll have to post repost some of the Hawaii footage because that is so special, and that's where we are. So. All right, well, good luck. Please vote if you support democracy, if you support women's rights, if you support the reading of books and not the burning of books. If you're not a Nazi, please vote, okay? If you're not hoping to see the United States of America overthrown by fascist pigs, please vote. Please vote for Kamala. This channel officially endorses Kamala Harris for president. And cool Tim Walz. The guy's cool. I like to have a beer with both those guys. I like to catch a good little buzz with both those guys. And my great-great-grandmother ran for office, was elected, I believe the first woman to do so, in the 1880s in Nevada City, California. I hope to get into that town's the annals of their history books and root this out. It's been forgotten. It was written in some stuff that burned up in the fire, but I remembered at least those details and a few others about her. But I think she would be pretty happy. She was the president of the women's organization, Virginia Shearer Bradley. She fought for women's rights in the 1890s, president of the women's organization. She also funded her son's business that then became so successful that she ended up sitting across the table from 6 different presidents at dinner at his house. So she had her ability to influence presidents from across the dinner table, and she was a relentless woman when it came to fighting for justice for women. Virginia Shearer Bradley ran for and was elected to the Board of Education of Nevada City in 1882, give or take a year. And so that's cool. She would be proud of Kamala Harris and where we're at today. She'd be proud of me fighting for Kamala Harris, speaking up for Kamala Harris, and women in general. Boy, you really see who the morons are, right? The ones who, the misogynists, the racists, the people afraid of their own shadow, all these snowflake Republicans. Holy crap. They just embarrass themselves every time they say and do everything. And this wannabe, boy, the bar is so low in the world of comedy. When you see this guy talking about Puerto Rico being floating trash, which is funny in a way to me because there are stupid Republicans who come to Maui and ask us, what is Maui floating on? It's one of the things dumb tourists ask. What is under Maui? What is it floating on? Anyway, so it didn't surprise me to see that a Republican wannabe so-called comedian, which is just so sad. Which is why I'm so optimistic. Is it shouldn't be hard to succeed in comedy when there's people like that that are a success that suck ass. But holy shit. Yeah. Anyway, it's just mind-boggling. It blows my mind. Some of these things that are happening, just like they blow up your mind. You forget what you were thinking about because it's like so inconceivable. You're like, what the unfucking believable. Anyway, yeah. God bless America. Cross your fingers. Let's see what kind of shenanigans and tomfoolery, schwim schwam, fling fling, flim flam, swing swang, bullshit the Republicans try to pull because they're snowflakes and can't accept results, right? And let's hope that this badass brother in Texas, like a real fucking man, is fucking as much of a real man can be a real man as Colin Allred. Jesus Christ, fucking captain of his high school football team, captain of his college football team, Texas, fucking badass NFL player, quits, goes to college, goes to Harvard, I think, gets his law degree, becomes an elected official. I mean, the guy's badass in so many ways, and he wants to serve, Americans. And Ted Cruz is the biggest fucking little weasel, freaking con man, sniveling rat, lying, spineless, blowfish, piece of shit, fucking traitor, right? And God bless Texas. If you could just vote for Colin Allred, oh God, that'd be beautiful. Oh God, and it's just amazing what weasels the Republicans are, and how great it would be if we could get so many of them out. Where else? In Missouri, the guy going after it's not Tom Cotton, it's the other weasel that looks just like him, the skinny beanpole that is spineless and ran away from the rioters after he put up a fist. God, what's that moron's name? Anyway, shit. And he's going up against, again, a real fucking dude, a veteran, a good man who's fighting for all the right things in Missouri. So let's hope that guy wins. And everywhere else, holy shit. That woman, I forget where she's runs it, Wisconsin or might be Michigan. That blonde lady going against that racist piece of shit. God, I hope she wins. And Pennsylvania. How about insulting all the Puerto Ricans? That was a good one, man. Jesus Christ, what fucking idiots these guys are. And Mexicans, and I mean, it's just endless. And Jews, and the freaking Hitler rhetoric. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, yeah, well, let's see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see. And I pray. The nice thing is now all the patriotic people in America, including the men, they're going to fight for democracy just the same as anybody else. And if there's some sort of expected charge on the Capitol in the future, I suspect there's going to be a fucking small army of cool motherfuckers standing in front of the cops, ready to bring on the Republican traitors, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. And it would be ugly, but it would be most ugly for the traitors that were trying to overthrow the United States of America. I promise you that. So let's pray that Republicans aren't stupid enough to put themselves in the crossfire, because that'd just be dumb. But yeah, meanwhile, they are scheming to overthrow the United States of America everywhere. All these dipshits, literally doing the bidding of Russia. It just makes no sense. And they call themselves patriots, and they're just obvious traitors. So anyway, let's hope, IQs go up a little bit. We got to get more of that lead out of the pipes, more of those PFAS chemicals out of the pipes. that chemical in plastic, bisphenol A. We got to get that out of our system because that's inhibiting cognitive growth, and that might be creating more Republicans. So let's pray for democracy. And shoots, bada boots. Again, thank you, Maui Nui Venison, for donating meat to the survivors of the Lahaina fire, and in particular donating it to the university here, which is where I got that, which is hella cool. All right, again, do no harm, do no crime. Thanks for watching All Good Things at All Good Time. Holy shit, we are at 1 hour. Hope that's not too long. Well, look forward. I'm gonna be making some cooking videos soon. We'll make a video of the ocean. I'm gonna make a free parking video. I think our pool opened up. I'm gonna be making some public pools, go swim a lap videos, my grandpa's home movie videos, and I'm gonna do a lot more than that. But that's just the start. And I'm gonna get under the water and on top of the water, out in the ocean, and I'm gonna start making some movies. And I'm gonna learn how to edit. I'm like so close. I just literally just took a look at Premiere Pro, the shit you gotta learn. And I'm like, ooh, maybe I could start teaching myself, watch a video. Anyway, I'm this close to not sucking at making videos. So, yeah, how's that look? Is that symmetric behind me pretty much? Pretty good, huh? Because you know what? The eyes, they like symmetry. We all know that, don't we? That's why all the podcaster people try to do that. All right. Godspeed. If you're a woman, get all your woman friends out to vote, because statistically they are going to win it all for us, right? 8 out of 10 women are smart enough not to vote for a dumb shit Republican. So get your lady friends out to vote, all right? Don't bother with the men, because they're statistically a waste of your time, all right? And remember what Michelle Obama said. Don't date a man, don't have sex with a man, divorce a man if he's a piece of shit Republican traitor, a Confederate, okay? He gets no love, okay? Right? Make America great by not, giving up any love to the traitors who are trying to overthrow your rights, take away your right to vote, your right to your body. Oh my God, turn you into handmaids. It's fucking freaky scary. So, put these men in their place. Teach us. We need to. Real men support women, right? Real men support women. All right. Much love. Aloha. God bless America.